Today's episode is brought to you by Venmo. Look, no matter how your favorite team does this season, there's still one way to feel like a winner, and that's with Venmo. That's because when you use Venmo to transfer $50 or more to a DraftKings DFS account for the first time or the first time in 3+ months, you'll get $25 in DraftKings bonus credits. Terms apply. Just go to DraftKings.com/Venmo offer to activate your offer. Then choose Venmo to add funds to your DraftKings account, add $50 or more, and boom! 25 bonus credits will appear in your DraftKings account if you're eligible. This offer is only good through February 15th, 2026, or while supplies last, so don't fumble your chance before time runs out. Here's the deal. Venmo is a fast, easy way for you to add money onto DraftKings. And if you don't have a Venmo account yet, don't sweat it. You can download the app and sign up in minutes. So what are you waiting for? Just add $50 or more to your DraftKings DFS account with Venmo, and you'll get $25 in bonus credits. Go to DraftKings.com/Venmo offer and go get that bonus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY at 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. 18 plus in most eligible states, but age varies by jurisdiction. Eligibility restrictions apply. Void where prohibited. One per customer. Minimum $50 transfer from your Venmo account to DraftKings DFS account. $25 reward issued as non-withdrawable DK Dollars site credits that do not expire while rewards last. 20,000 total transfer redemptions available. See terms at www.draftkings.com/Venmo offer. Ends February 15th, 2026 at 11:59 p.m. Eastern.
All right, kicking things off with Smirnoff, the official vodka sponsor of the NFL and the number one vodka in the world. Chris Cody, you're here.
Smirnoff!
Wow, you're on the money with Smirnoff.
Smirnoff!
Chris, you know what goes great with Smirnoff?
Smirnoff!
Yes, but I'm really talking about game day fit. The style's got to match the vibe.
Smirnoff!
All right, here's the deal. Game day is everything, and that's exactly why your fit has to match the occasion.
Smirnoff!
Starting this December, Smirnoff is giving fans 21 and over the chance to score limited edition Smirnoff commission merchandise from some of today's top creators, including Kayla Jones, Gavin Matthew, and Aleli May.
Smirnoff!
Here's the kicker. One lucky fan will take home the grand prize, a trip to the biggest game of the offseason. Plus, one fan will win Aleli May's one-of-one game day jacket.
Wow.
The merch will be dropped on select dates from December to January 21, and it's all courtesy of what brand?
Smirnoff!
That's right, Chris. Fans 21 and over can head to Smirnoff Socials to learn how to sign up. And don't forget to grab a bottle of Smirnoff vodka, number 21 at your local retailer.
Smirnoff!
Please drink responsibly.
Smirnoff!
Number 21 vodka distilled from grain, 40% alcohol by volume. The Smirnoff Company, New York, New York. Please do not share with anybody under legal drinking age.
Smirnoff!
No purchase necessary. Must be legal U.S. resident, 21 or older. Sweepstakes starts 12/15/2025 at 12 a.m. Eastern and ends 1/23/2026 at 11:59 p.m. Eastern. See official rules at program website.
This episode is brought to you by State Farm. Listening to this podcast? Smart move. Being financially savvy? Smart move. Another smart move? Having State Farm help you create a competitive price when you choose to bundle home and auto. Bundling, just another way to save with the personal price plan. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Prices are based on rating plans that vary by state. Coverage options are selected by the customer. Availability, amount of discounts and savings, and eligibility vary by state.
Welcome to the Big Suey, presented by DraftKings,
Why are you listening to this show?
the podcast that seems very similar to the other Dan Le Batard podcast.
I'm sorry, I'm not going to apologize for that.
In fact, the only difference seems to be this imaging.
I have been tempted in restaurants just walking past tables to grab somebody's fries that if they're just there. That hasn't happened to you guys?
I've done it.
And now, here's the marching man to nowhere, Fat Face, and the habitual liar.
This episode of the Dan Le Batard Show is presented by DraftKings. DraftKings, the crown is yours.
Greg has come in hot, and Zaslow has now been witness to it in the privacy of this sacred room right here. We've had some sparks. Cody is mad. Chris, you didn't tell me your father was mad about something that happened on the show last week. You did not inform me. Your father was hurt by something, and it just spilled out into this room, and Zaslow was just witness to it. And as judge, juror, and journalist, good judger, you would say what about what you just saw between me and Greg Cody?
I would say there's a lot of pent-up frustration. Maybe even anger.
What show are we
Greg.
talking about here?
Fair.
Like, is he mad at me from the Greg Cody show? Mad at
No, he's
us
mad at Dan.
about last week's show.
He's
Okay.
mad at Dan,
Yeah.
but I think Dan thinks that maybe you should have tipped him off that your father's upset.
I actually, on my latest podcast, which dropped this morning, Monday morning, I actually make reference to that fleetingly because we do a little bit of our own tribute to Billy Gill, and I mentioned why I appreciated Billy so much, and one of the reasons was I get beat up on this show oftentimes unfairly just for the sake of a joke. And that happened last week when I was, like, in his mind, I was a few minutes late breaking the story on Billy leaving, even though the story posted a few minutes before.
9:03.
Yeah, well, it posted on 8:58, and I have the proof. But
Show starts at 8:55.
this guy referred to me on the air twice. He repeated it as a fool.
He didn't like that. That's right.
He said, "Chris, your dad is a fool," and he repeated that. I'm not a fool. I don't appreciate being called that, even if it's for the sake of a joke. And I try not to get on you. Like a few minutes ago, you repeated that 1,600 streak. Almost as if Mike hadn't said the same stat seconds ago, seconds earlier.
Steve Martin, yeah.
So what the hell are you doing? Are you not paying attention to your own show? I could get on you more than I do.
Would a fool not pay attention?
I have civility. A fool might not pay attention. That's correct.
Dan, you broke the golden rule that you taught me years and years ago. Criticize the action, not the actor. Exhibits the behavior of a fool, not calling him a fool.
Thank you, Billy.
When you were talking about scandal, I thought you were talking about on the Greg Cody show because there is a PFPI scandal people need to tune in for.
Okay. The Greg Cody Show featuring Greg Cody. Get it wherever you get your podcasts. He's hot. Look, everybody knows that I love him, and sometimes I take it too far. And around the thing that made me laugh in the bakery here was him screaming at me some form of, I was wrong about my opinion. I was late by my opinion by 4 weeks. I was late to my own opinion.
Right.
You were.
No, I wasn't. No, because in this case, my opinion was it may be time to make a coaching change. I didn't think that a month ago.
Right.
Maybe you did.
Right.
I didn't.
But if everybody was ahead of you and you're now here, you can't acknowledge.
That makes you late.
I'm late to this party. I now acknowledge what a lot of people were acknowledging a month ago. Like, this is pretty obvious.
Okay, I'm the only one who's a caretaker of my own opinion.
Okay.
By the way, Le Batard.
Oh, no.
This is not a bakery. Quit referring to your show in this studio as a bakery. The hell are you doing? Give me a
Bakery
turnover. Like Tua said yesterday, give me a turnover.
3 of them.
Yeah, 3 of them.
3 interceptions.
Yeah.
Again, first since Marino to have multiple 3 interception games when the Flames are climbing highest. Like, this is how leadership gets swallowed. I don't want to talk about the Dolphins anymore.
Yeah, you do.
Well, you don't have to because Ian Rappaport has come out with the scoop.
What do you say?
No changes expected for the Miami Dolphins.
Hello.
There you go. Stephen Ross moving like a snail, a human tortoise.
So
I
he's
get
late.
it, though.
He's late to his opinion.
No, he's the only one whose opinion matters, but I can have a comment on it if I choose.
Where do you have them ranked now? You had them 15th at the beginning of the season.
Right now,
Dolphins.
they would probably be in the 28 to 30 range.
You think there could potentially be 4 teams better than the Dolphins right now?
There's a lot. There's a lot of bad teams. There's a lot of disparity in the NFL right now, and yeah, there are 5 or 6 teams that are really, really bad. The Dolphins among them, but not at the bottom of the.
There's a theory back here that Mike McDaniel perhaps has the greatest job security of all, because the Dolphins are in the middle of a lawsuit, right, about firing a black coach because he's black.
Yeah,
and
that's
so
right.
you can't fire 2 black coaches in a row. That's even worse.
Get the hell out of here.
Well, I'm just saying, Zaz, if you're in a lawsuit, you're not going to do stuff that kind of confirms the
The
lawsuit.
general manager is black, too.
You can't fire him either.
Well, I have heard that theory about the lawsuit, Brian Flores' lawsuit, being involved in the machinations that are going on right now. And one of them is that if you fire Chris Greer, all of a sudden maybe he turns against you in a trial, in a lawsuit. So,
Oh, wow, that's juicy.
there's a lot going on.
I mean, that's.
I wonder if they're hiring.
But I hadn't even considered that. That's juicy, though. The idea that Stephen Ross couldn't and wouldn't make a change. It's not because he's not frustrated. It's not because he hates the customers. But, like, really? I'm going to take the optic hits on that as well at the end of my life?
Well, I still believe firmly, and I would bet big on this, that, McDaniel gets the so-called vote of confidence right now. Fine. I don't know.
Can you imagine if Stephen Ross comes out today and gives a vote of confidence?
Yeah. I mean, but that's what you do, right? If you don't want to fire your guy and you don't want him to twist in the wind, you say, no,
But you
we're
guys
not
are all
considering a change.
consistently saying just lie to your people. McDaniel, stop talking so much. Tua, stop talking so much. I used to like it when you talked a lot, but now you're losers. You're not 9-2 anymore. Stephen Ross, say something. Don't say that. say something different. Like, that's why the conversation around this team, it's the same thing happening around the Jets. You cannot feed your customers. The game's too expensive. You can't have an absence of hope. He says there are 5 teams worse. Man, it's the Jets, it's the Saints who are in salary cap hell, and that's about it, Craig.
Tennessee's pretty bad.
Tennessee, Tennessee, because Cam Ward's been sacked 27 times, and he's not this half of a season. Look, man, we've sped all this up, right? Cam Ward has to figure it out in 8 games in Tennessee, and there's a lot wrong in Tennessee. But yes, you're right. Tennessee is also one of the teams. But there are precious few who don't have a chance. And even the Titans against the mighty Patriots of Drake May yesterday, Drake May putting on a perfect performance. At the half, that game was close, and then Cam Ward is fumbling the ball into his own end zone because that's what rookies tend to look like 7 games in sometimes when they're not quite ready to play the position.
I'll tell you, I'm shook by Greg's revelation, which may very well be true, that Chris Greer could still potentially be here because the Dolphins are afraid he turned state witness.
It's something that I've heard floated out there by someone connected with the Dolphins who I talk to regularly, mostly by text. And whether or not
it happens to know.
Even he said...
This is a happens to know.
Even
this is a happens to know. Wait a minute, Greg Coach.
He happens to know? Great Scott, he happens to know. He happens to know.
I get what you're doing, bro.
Gather everyone. Get the children. Okay. He happens to know.
Okay. In this case...
So wise.
In this case, the person I talked to happens to think he might know. I'm just saying I have heard this as speculation.
Do we have happens to think he might know anything?
Backpedaling!
I'm not reporting anything.
You guys need to stay wise. That was just a little chicken wing to Dan Le Batard. Like, I'm still out in these journalist streets working sources.
Well, I mean...
Via text, he told us.
I have a text buddy who's very good to me. And
it's a dangerous game. Putting out, like, fragile information via text.
No, it really isn't.
I would think the real reporting these days still happens with a phone call.
No.
You don't want that in writing.
Chris,
you don't want that in writing?
You want your voice on the record? Sounding like Donald Sterling? Like, is this your voice? No. If they text it, you can say, that's not me.
Yeah.
He changed someone else's number and put my initials there. That's not me.
I got to hear it.
Right.
If I see it, it's not true. I got to hear it.
Okay. Not all sources are local.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
See? That's journalism.
Not all Dolphin sources live in Miami.
You can call anyone that's not from Miami.
I know. So you can text as well.
You got that unlimited plan?
You're the one who told me there's no such thing as voicemail anymore. I tried to leave a voicemail with this kid. It says mailbox is full.
Ooh,
and
interesting.
He's like, nobody leaves a voicemail
All right,
anymore.
you brought up voicemails. You said you didn't want to play this. Now we're playing this. On Saturday night.
No.
Go on.
I don't want to play that.
All right, I'll set it up for the audience. Then we can decide if we play it.
People can go to the website. And
our website.
Whatever.
Our podcast.
Greg, hold on. Just trust your son for a moment.
The bakery.
Who's in the bakery.
Yeah.
He's one of our governing chefs, okay?
He can explain it, but don't play it.
PFBI picks are due Saturday at 1 p.m. If you don't get them in by then, that's not fantasy. It's sending in our winners for the week. Send in by Saturday 1 p.m. If you don't do it, you start getting texts. If it's like 4 or 5 p.m., he sends a text. This is the last text. I will be calling. I did my Oktoberfest on Saturday with my family. You know the thing where I got the toe a couple years ago with the guy's toe?
Baloney.
I did that thing on Saturday. So I was late with admittedly, my fault, I was late. It was like 9 p.m., hadn't sent my picks yet.
You were 9 hours late.
So I get a phone call from my dad and then a voicemail in which I realize my dad doesn't realize he's leaving a voicemail. This is my dad after he called me.
Don't play that. No,
Okay.
I don't want that played.
Why?
If you want to listen to it, it's on my podcast. I don't want that played.
He sounds hammered.
For a
That's
couple
why.
of reasons.
You don't want to play because you want to heard first on your podcast.
Well, that's part of it.
Oh,
sure.
come on.
Oh, come on. Says a guy who has a podcast and would do the exact same thing as
I
I'm
would
doing.
not.
Yeah, you would.
I've literally
Liar.
I've never withheld information here for my podcast.
Yeah, is that
never.
right?
Yeah, that's right.
okay.
There's the
Fine.
toe from Oktoberfest.
Yeah, so what a great sentence by you. I was at my annual Oktoberfest. Like, I cannot tell you, okay? I cannot tell you. You brought me back to a time so disconcerting, so unpleasant, where you revealed the toe from, yes, your Oktoberfest.
Oktoberfest.
I was in a bathroom and I looked down. I'm like sitting at the stall and I look to the right and this guy's encroachment Guy next to me, he's in my stall. His foot was in my area.
I have to get to the Hampton Farms Nuttiest fan. Please keep this energy all show, Greg. Okay?
Wait, so we're not playing the voicemail?
No, you can hear it on my podcast, which dropped this morning. I mean, seriously, I'm not proud of it.
Oh, wait a minute. It already dropped?
Yes.
I didn't know I was being recorded.
No, you did. You didn't hang up your phone.
Okay,
you called me.
but
that's the best part of this.
You've already aired this, and now you're embargoing something you've already aired?
Yeah, because if you want to listen to it, you can go to my podcast.
This is him talking to my mom after he's called me saying that I need to be able to punish him for not getting his picks in, and I need your vote. This is collusion. He's talking to another member of the league that he sleeps with, and he's a commissioner.
Okay.
And he's pressuring her to vote his way on a league vote.
Listen, I tried to explain to Junior, and commissioners know each other. Okay, Goodell, me, all the commissioners know each other. If Roger Goodell is trying to pass something with the other owners in the NFL, you don't think he goes to other owners and say, hey, I need your support.
There's
I think it's
audio
gross.
proof of you colluding with another owner
that he sleeps
sleep
with.
I don't call it collusion.
He's the commissioner. She's just an owner. He sleeps with her.
By the way, Chris, you're making the exact point was why sources don't call.
See? Thank you, Amin.
Because we have him on the record?
Amin gets me.
Hey, Jeremy, happy holidays.
Happy Chanukah.
I want to toast you. Actually, I don't. I will toast with you.
Okay.
We're coworkers.
Friends, you could say.
No, we cannot say that, but we both enjoy an ice-cold Miller Lite.
That's true.
Especially around the holidays. You know, it's the 50th anniversary of Miller Lite.
It's really amazing. Every time we say that, I can't believe it.
Well, it's crazy because, they've basically been partners with the Dan Le Batard show for half of their existence. Wow. When I put it to you that way, we got an old-ass show.
Yeah, we do. That's crazy.
Hey, let's look around at our friends, not each other, and our family, even though they're not here. I do miss your brother, though.
Yeah, I know. I'll bring him back.
And take that first sip. Look around and know that we made the right decision. When it comes to a domestic light lager, Miller Lite is the best. And it's a holiday season, as we mentioned. Why don't you enjoy that holiday season by drinking a beer that won't weigh you down? The original light beer since 1975, still hitting different 50 years later, brewed for flavor with simple ingredients like malted barley, rich balanced toffee notes, and that iconic golden color that you can see from across the room. The best holiday beers are the ones you don't expect. Miller Lite, great taste, 96 calories. Go to MillerLite.com/Dan to find delivery options near you. Or you can pick up some Miller Lite pretty much anywhere they sell beer. 'Tis Miller time. Celebrate responsibly. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, 96 calories and 3.2 carbs per 12 ounces.
The stage is set. The college football playoffs are here. Every snap, every drive, every touchdown, DraftKings Sportsbook, the #1 sportsbook for live betting, puts you right in the middle of the action. From real-time wagers to season-ending thrillers, DraftKings keeps you locked in from kickoff to the final whistle. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code DAN. That's code DAN for new customers to turn $5 into $200 in bonus bets if your bet wins. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort in Kansas, pass-through of per wager tax may apply in Illinois. 21 and over. Age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. Restrictions apply. Bet must win to receive bonus bets which expire in 7 days. Minimum odds required. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/audio. Limited time offer.
At Sierra, discover top workout gear at incredible prices, which might lead to another discovery. Your headphones haven't been connected this whole time. Awkward. Discover top brands at unexpectedly low prices. Sierra, let's get moving.
Dan Le Batard.
He called me on my own podcast. He called me full of shit, claiming that I'm faking interest in the solar eclipse.
Well,
and
you do this. You love to just get excited about everything.
Okay, Junior.
Stugotz.
I had to school you and explain to you.
He was going to take you to Augusta.
When I was 17 years old, Alan Sherry and I used to haunt the Bueller Planetarium.
This is the Dan Le Batard Show with the Stugotz.
Please, can I play this?
No, let's not.
No, we must. No, here's the thing.
No,
Chris,
no.
Chris, this is what I'm telling you. Wait a minute. Greg, Greg, we're all a network here, okay? We're all working in this job together to try and make sure that everyone gets the clicks, and no one's trying to deny you your beloved clicks.
Maybe we play half of it?
No, I'm thinking you call, you download it on your phone, give your father the click. Anybody can do that. And you just put that into the microphone.
The audio is so bad enough.
It's bad.
Like, it's not great audio.
Imagine that. I didn't know I was being recorded. I didn't know the phone was
You called
left on.
me.
I didn't know I had left the phone on.
You left me the voicemail.
Why didn't you hang up? Why are you waiting for me to hang up?
I didn't answer.
Is
it's
your
a voicemail.
Is your voicemail full because it's...
Why didn't I hang up?
What is happening right
This
now?
guy. He didn't take a voicemail.
What if I have a solution? So you get the download, I play from your podcast into the microphone.
I'd rather you didn't.
But then you get the download.
Can I stop you? No, I
Guys,
would
this
rather
isn't
you didn't.
This isn't about teasing it. He sounds hammered and he's embarrassed.
But he's going to sell it for his own
Can
clicks?
we just play the first sentence to let people get a taste of it, and then we'll stop it, and they'll have to go listen to the rest of it?
That's a solution.
That's a good compromise.
That's a decent compromise.
If you're not lying to me.
You tell me when to stop it, and we'll stop it.
No, you stop after the first
All right,
sentence.
let's
First
negotiate
sentence.
this, Greg. What would please... Hold on.
There's long gaps here.
How many
look,
seconds?
Listen.
The full thing's 22 seconds.
Okay, we'll negotiate this in a second. We will, I assume, at some point get to the University of Miami.
Please,
I got
I want
Hampton Farms. I have to do Nutty's fan, and I got Tony's top 5 is lingering out there. He wants to give us. He's been late with his football opinion. So when he says, Dan, the Colts are good, he's doing that on Tuesday after it's already been said. It's too late. So Tony wants in on the show, and I've got to get to him at some point with his top 5 because we got the basketball guy back there. And he's doing a good job because he's got the best team in the ACC. He's got one of 2 coaches now because we'll get to it.
Stay focused.
Yes, I'm sorry. No, because I do want to get to the University of Miami, but Greg's temperature is hot, and I believe you've cooled him down now. But in order to tease his podcast and get him the clicks, maximum efficiency as a team, what little tease are you willing to give your son? 7 seconds of a 22-second clip so they can hear the rest of your secret shame, so secret your drunkenness that you publicized it for your gain this morning.
I think there are long enough gaps in here where you can kind of jump in and be like, okay, that's it.
The best part of that is what your mother says at the end.
And we won't get to that. We will not reveal that.
I don't want all of me before that. No.
All right. Just play this out. Say stop it when you want me to. Ready? Here we go. This is my dad calling me on Saturday night, leaving me a voicemail. He doesn't know he's leaving me, complaining to my mom about me not getting my picks in time.
I'm going to send out a group text to the league this coming week proposing punishment powers.
Okay, that's enough.
If anything like this happens.
That's enough. Stop it.
Chris, you said to stop it. You promised him.
He does sound drunk.
And then he goes, and I need your support.
Okay.
All right, just play it.
All right,
Just play that part.
No. He has not to. He has not to.
Listen, understand one thing. That wasn't the commissioner of PFPI talking to mom's maniacs. That was Greg talking to his wife. Okay, there's a separation of church and state there.
But you were you wait. You promised him you wouldn't.
I was replaying.
Don't make him angrier.
There's more that you can listen to on my podcast. That's all.
Give
if anything like this happens.
Look, I don't want to keep upsetting your father.
I need your support.
Okay. All right.
It's
I promise.
It's lecherous. It's slurring. It sounds a bit drunk.
In Greg's defense, it was the weekend.
And it is collusion.
Thank you.
It's absolute collusion.
No, it isn't. Is it collusion when Roger Goodell speaks to the owner of so-and-so?
Hammered?
Because he wants his support?
Yes.
It is collusion.
Hammered
You think, good luck
and
proving that in court.
let's punish. Hey, let's get together and punish somebody. Yes.
Bob Kraft.
Okay.
I need you to vote with me on this.
Okay, this
Like, what do you mean?
This guy is the only one who's consistently late with his picks.
Here we go.
Consistently.
All right, no one cares about this part.
Well, I do as commissioner. And as your father, quite frankly. It increases my stress level. Eventually, I call him. He never answers.
You'll admit,
so
though.
I text his wife to try to say, hey, your husband still hadn't given me his picks. Kick him in the ass.
You'll admit that you're sleeping with a member of the league.
Just to be clear, though, he's not okay with the lateness of the picks, but he is okay being late to his own opinion and late to the show.
I'm okay being having my own opinion when I have it, and I am okay being late to this show. Yeah.
That's a great T-shirt. I'm okay about having my opinion when I have it.
Isn't everybody?
But okay, I'm going to move away from the Dolphins now. Who are the Hampton Farms nuttiest fan contestants here? Because I did want to get to what Jeff Brom and Brent Key did this weekend. Because
Dan, this is very exciting. We have 2 nominees. The Nuttiest Fan, brought to you by Hampton Farms. Get nutty with Hampton Farms, the official peanut of bowl season. Vote for your favorite nutty fan at Le Batard Show on Instagram. We have 2 nominees here. First, the BYU fans making their president crowd surf. BYU president Shane Reese crowd surfing after they beat Utah. And, I mean, you got to check for your wallet, right?
Still undefeated. BYU is still undefeated. They won into the playoff.
I mean, this guy, crowd surfing, that he could surf forever. There's a lot of people there. And going against, we got to always have some Miami in this. DJ Khaled, before the game, warming up with the University of Miami, doing calisthenics as we pan over to a DJ Khaled getting his workout in.
Yeah, that's
and he's
good.
a nutty fan. So you can vote at Le Batard Show for this week's Nuttiest Fan. You good, Dad?
Yeah. Whenever I have, there's a cough button down here.
Other mics are on in the room.
Whatever. That kind of thing.
Your glasses are steamed up.
I know they are. I'm steamed up.
Can I apologize to you here in front of everybody?
So anything to avoid UM talk,
for calling you a fool twice?
Well, is it a sincere apology?
Yes.
Ooh, there was a pause there. Did you see that? Dramatic pause before he said yes. Okay, then I accept.
Would you like the apology at the expense of the entire clip being played? Is the apology worth that?
Well, I negotiated it poorly, right? Because I gave him the apology. He questioned it,
you.
and it's funny that we're bowing to this whim because again, he's already published the drunken slurs of punishment and collusion against
not slurs.
and with Mom's Maniac.
Slurring, not slurs.
For sure, that's your father drunk. For sure. That is the end of the night, and he is colluding and his booziest, worst behavior because he wants to win the league, and you must be punished.
And the part here I just want to reemphasize. A lot of people are like, oh, there's the PFPI, shtick, bit. He has no clue that's, like, he thinks that is just him talking to my, like, that is so genuine of how serious he takes it. That's my favorite part of it.
If I knew I was being recorded, I would have had a little more liveliness in my voice. I sounded like I was coming out of a crypt. I mean, ridiculous.
I'm going to send out a group text to the league this coming week proposing punishment powers.
Okay, that's enough.
If anything like this happens.
My mom, okay. I love my mom there. Just like, okay.
She's tolerated so many calls like this. She's got go get her voicemail.
It's very patronizing.
I bet you her voicemails are littered with. We should hire like investigator Ted Wells. I'm sure there are dozens of messages. I'm sure.
I'm gonna need your support.
We could buy from your mother just eternal shame for your father, which would be a trove of like a dozen messages like this that he calls whenever he's had too many beers.
I need your support.
All right, look, we're an 8-team league.
Look at that collusion.
3 people, 37.5% of the league are in his house.
And you're never going to hear me saying that to them, is my point.
Because you think it goes without saying that your wife and your daughter are going to side with you, so I need to marshal and corral the other people.
I need your support.
Damn right I do. And
nobody in this family takes it as seriously as he does.
Thank you. And proudly, I invented PFPI, although perhaps my brother did. One of us invented PFPI in 1969 in a corner bedroom in 1440.
I need your support.
I do. I ain't lying.
What a political campaign.
It's wild.
Boozed up calling your wife.
I was tired. I was not boozed up. That's not slurring. That's
I need your support.
Weariness.
That's pleading and longing and desperate.
I need your support.
Okay.
How thrilled were you when you stumbled upon it?
Oh, my God. I'm like, thank you. I just started clipping it and texting it to all my family.
In Greg's defense, I mean, voicemail quality makes that sound a lot worse.
Thank you, Billy. He's right. You know, it's not my fault that it was a bad tape. Whatever. Recording.
So if you want the full,
hear my mom's reaction.
Here you go. Yeah, there we go.
That was funny.
This is the promotion he's always wanted. Not this way, obviously. Greg Cody thinks I do a shitty job of promoting his podcast on our network.
Not
today,
always. Not always.
Today, our audience is going to make you soar into the sky, searching out what was the leader of Mom's Maniac's reaction to her drunken, slurred call from the commissioner and being caught on tape in what is clear and obvious collusion.
I need your support.
I literally have it queued up. Look, the Greg Cody show.
We should all play it.
Featuring Greg Cody. It's queued up on my phone.
We should all give him the clicks. We should all play it at the same time. We should all we should have
I've got the timestamp and everything.
What's the timestamp? Give it to me.
No,
52:42.
Let's all do it at
It's
once.
late in
Let's
there.
have our other employees from the other room come in and all click on the podcast and all air this, echoing into eternity so you can get all the clicks.
Hey, how about those hurricanes, huh? I got to tell you, Mike will agree with me. For a 24-21 game, ostensibly a close game, that was an ass-kicking. I can't believe it looks close at the end because the Canes, and I'm a big Canes supporter, big Mario guy, and still am, but the Canes just crashed. They got their ass handed to them.
Can you be a Kane supporter if you're a journalist?
I need your support.
When I say I'm a Kane supporter, what I mean is I think they're really, really good. I think they have a chance to win the national championship.
But they are good. They are good.
Yeah.
But they if you have 4 interceptions, they were lucky that none of Carson Beck's interceptions have turned into points.
He had 2 on one drive.
Yeah, that was such an atrocious call. That was the worst interception that he threw, the one that didn't end up counting.
Yes. It was a bad route, though, I think. Right?
You could crush.
That's what he always says, apparently.
You could crush him and them today because they disappointed what we thought, what we were talking about, as if undefeated Hurricane teams from yore are still the standard today when teams are going to lose once and twice a season. But that is a good team that ended up losing exactly the way that a more talented team will lose, which is the coach took away your stuff on the other side. You're very good at pass rush. Here's Jeff Brom with 2-second drops and just throw it into the ground and it's fine. We'll figure it out. You're not going to beat us. We're going to let that quarterback beat us because what we're going to do is go ahead, Mario, with Fletcher. Headbutt your way down the field. Try it here. We're not going to allow that very good, tough running back to get off in the middle. You're going to go to the outside? No. You're not going to go to the outside with speed? No. You're behind early in the game, and now what's going to happen? You're going to throw your way back into it, and you got one real playmaker that you're just going to keep throwing the ball to, and that's how they're going to lose. They lose at home. They shouldn't lose. They were a 2-touchdown favorite. Mario Cristobal now has 5 of those losses since 2022 as a 2-touchdown favorite. It's how he's going to lose. You're going to run into a Georgia Tech, and you're going to have the better players, and they're going to be more disciplined in some ways. They put you down 14-0 with a fake field goal, and now your quarterback needs to sling his way out of it, and that's how you win the Heisman.
Yeah, that 13.5-point line was absurd from the get-go, and that's why it sank down to 10 points by kickoff. But, look, they just got there, and Jeff Brom out-coached Cristobal. And I rarely say,
that part was obvious.
Yeah.
You take away their pass rush and throw everything in 2 seconds, and you simply cannot run the ball. And your quarterback, guys, this part was simple. Carson Beck was unbothered. He was not rushed a lot. That's 4 interceptions, and Louisville made 3 great plays on 3 of the interceptions. A lot of time that hits the ground. On 3 cornerbacks made 3 great plays, but he's throwing into triple coverage 60 yards downfield.
Yeah, he's deciding to shoo easy checkdowns or checkdowns that even get them, first downs with plenty of yards ahead of these receivers to take these deep shots. I do think some of these interceptions are what you would call healthy interceptions because he trusts his arm to take a shot, but it was a thorough coaching ass kicking. It wasn't just about getting rid of the ball quickly. They knew that if they had to go up against Miami's defensive line, remember Jeff Brom had a bye week as well, that even if they tried to do normal pass block, that would not work. They turned to these cut blocks that were so effective against Miami that bought Moss the time and the passing lanes to do what he did. It was just a really impressive thing that Jeff Brom did, and it was what you were afraid of with Jeff Brom having that much time to prepare.
There's a reason Chevy trucks are known for their dependability, because they show up no matter the weather, push forward no matter the terrain, and deliver. That's why Chevrolet has earned more dependability awards for trucks than any other brand in 2025, according to J.D. Power. Because in every Chevy truck, like every Chevy driver, dependability comes standard. Visit Chevy.com to learn more. Chevrolet received the highest total number of awards among all the trucks in the J.D. Power 2025 U.S. Vehicle Dependability Study. Awards based on 2022 models. Newer models may be shown. Visit jdpower.com/awards for more details. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
Don Le Batard.
A woman who was out swimming with her friends is believed to have been swallowed whole by a 13-foot shark without any of her friends noticing. That's the weirdest part about that story. You're swimming with friends, you're having a good time, and then all of a sudden people are looking around going, where's Shelley? Like, nobody screamed?
Every friend group has a Shelley, though, that if they go missing because a shark ate them whole, you wouldn't notice.
Classic Shelley.
Exactly right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stugotz.
She went quietly, apparently. If I'm swallowed whole by a shark, you're going to know it.
This is the Don Le Batard Show with the Stugotz.
And at the beginning of the game, when Louisville came out with two quarterbacks on the field, started running the Wildcat. At one point, they had three quarterbacks on the field for a play.
It was a clinic, and they've got a pro at wide receiver. Bell, he's faster than some of their corners, and that's going to happen. It's a violent defense. It's a good football team. It really is. But if Carson Beck fell in love with, FSU, this is fun, throw the ball 70 yards downfield, and what? FSU lost to Stanford? To Stanford? What? And is incompetent at the end? More and more football is becoming about precision. Like, I can talk to you about how the Jags are not serious people, and the Rams showed you why. The Rams go in there, Stafford, career high in touchdowns for the game. Devontae Adams, career high in touchdowns for the game. They're coming out in 3 tight end sets with 1 wide receiver. This team does it if they have Cooper Kupp, or they have it with Puka or Devontae Adams, because when you're run structurally with great precision, and the Jags have sacked you on 3rd and 7, and you get 2 penalties on defense, pass interference and face mask, both of them side to side, and you ruin every good play you have in that game because the Jags are not serious people. Like, everyone's playing right now like a military game of who can be more precise. Where are Puka's hands open? Just get the hands open. The rest of him doesn't have to be open. We're going to do this super precise. Jeff Brom is showing you how they do it at the collegiate level, and so's Brent Key at Amin's Georgia Tech, where this is exactly how they'll lose to Georgia Tech in the ACC championship game, where you've got the better players, you've got the better players. Oh, wait, 2-second drops, you've eliminated Reuben Bain. You're not eliminated him because he's great, but 2-second drops, nobody can do anything with that. And you're going to be able to run the ball, and this is the other part. Christo, the Christo ball, the way he wants to play, Christo ball, it's stubborn. It's Fletcher headbutting you up the middle. There were no outside runs in that game. Miami's fast.
Yeah, Miami can turn the corner. I think the conservative nature of the runs, we covered this against Notre Dame and a little bit against FSU, is I understand wanting to run the ball. I don't understand why you're just married to the A gap. If I'm Jordan Lyle, I wonder what am I doing with my time down here in Miami, because they're not going to give me the opportunity to do what I do better than anybody else in that running back room, which is turn the corner, get to the second level. It was very frustrating. You knew that Jeff Brom, look, he's done this. He's done this at Louisville. I think Louisville hasn't lost a game in the last 2 seasons by more than a score. He always makes up for talent deficiencies, even when this is probably the worst Louisville team of
He's got 4 top 5 wins. He's going to be the next coaching guy. He
did it to Ohio State when he was at Purdue. He is a really good coach, but Miami, like, that's how you get beat. You stay married to the A gap. You're undisciplined, and you get all these procedural penalties that back you up. The Okunlola one was just mystifying. And it was a really bad effort. And yeah, I guess you're encouraged that you had an opportunity to win that game at the end when you put up an F+ performance.
Were you surprised they weren't more conservative in the end there when they were obviously in field goal range?
Like, Carson Beck spoke to it. It's kind of for a pass play. They like the play that they had. It's a conservative call in that situation. They were in game-tying field goal range. Mm-hmm. They were. They make an incredible play to tip the ball at the line of scrimmage, and the catch is even better, but you gave him that opening. Carson Beck said Lofton ran the wrong route, and I will say
it looked like it.
It did, but from that comment to the 4 picks, Carson Beck to rubbing his elbow the entire second half to make sure that the cameras caught it. I've been a big Carson Beck defender. I said that most people in the media last week made up their minds because he's ugly. And that's all that was happening. Yeah, it's a direct quote. Nobody's backed Carson Beck better. I said he had a better fall camp than Cam Ward did. That, on Friday night, was the Carson Beck that Georgia fans warned you about. From the recklessness to not being the greatest team guy to rubbing the elbow. I did not like that. He needs to bounce back.
But at least we've never seen the Canes, lose games where it's close late. So you won't have to worry about that again.
They've won plenty of games that were close late, though.
They don't have control of their own destiny to go to the ACC championship at this point?
No. There is a nightmare scenario in which they can run the table. Although I will say it's different than last year because they do have the non-conference wins. They do have the marquee wins.
Meaning a better chance of getting in that large bid.
Yeah, so like if they don't make Charlotte, they'll make it to the CFP. However, that opens the door for them to potentially host a college football playoff game if they do run the table and not have a stadium to play in.
You hear about this, Dan?
Have you seen the reporting on this? There is a La Liga, very controversial La Liga match that Barcelona is going to be playing in.
Weren't they protesting?
Yeah, they were. The whole league did. All of La Liga.
Stephen Ross has been trying to get this game over here for more than 2 years. They have finally scheduled it. However, they have scheduled it. It's going to be a 10:15 a.m. local start, by the way. They have scheduled it on a day that if Miami is thrown into that first round of the CFP and is in the situation in which they're deemed host worthy, they may not have a stadium to play in. And it has Miami looking at contingency plans that include potentially playing a CFP playoff game in Orlando.
Well, why does this La Liga game have precedence over a potential Miami Hurricanes, an active tenant in that building?
You would hope that the CFP tries to help you out, but the CFP is also married to their schedule and has things kind of identified. You would hope that they meet you halfway there, but this has been tied up in litigation for 2 years. For them to all of a sudden get the green light, as hard as that's been, because La Liga, the teams over in Europe don't operate the way that the NFL does. In that, let's grow the game and play games that mean something somewhere else.
Right, I like what La Liga does. I hate the way the NFL does
The fan bases would hate that. The customer base in Europe has so much power over capitalism.
They should hate it.
I love what they did to protest. All weekend in stadiums across Spain, the game began, and then every player from both teams just stood there, not playing during a game for 15 or 20 seconds. It was quite a statement, and television didn't have the balls to show it. But that happened in La Liga. And by the way, the Dolphins play a home game the next day, so that's going to be a crazy weekend.
Zaz, to answer your question, the reason why it takes precedence is because Stephen Ross is the owner of Hard Rock, so he's the one who's bringing this game here.
Right.
The Hurricanes are merely tenants.
Right.
And when you are not the landlord can tell you to kick rocks.
Right. No, totally. But that just feels like, man, you're not being a very good partner.
Well, it makes sense that they would play in Orlando, a town that's actually seen an undefeated college football team in the last, 2 decades.
Jeff Brom deciding, hey, 300-pound guys, you're going to fall on the ground right away, and we're going to get 4 yards every time. Like Ruben Bain, Mesidor got hurt in that game. I don't know if he actually got hurt on one of these cut blocks, but they did not like that one bit.
Why'd you turn into Tim Robinson right there? They did not like that.
They didn't like They hated having offensive linemen cut at their knees as soon as the ball was snapped, and it was just. Jeff Brom is so friggin' good.
It's a promising strategy.
He's so good. He's so smart.
Promising.
His name is Brom. That was great.
The average throw was 2.32 seconds. You eliminate the pass rush that way. Look, there aren't a lot of. I want to talk to you guys for a second about precision. The Jacksonville Rams game. To go on the road and score 35 points because Matthew Stafford would be a league changer right now if he changed teams because of what I'm talking about. A precision that, hey, Puka, the rest of you doesn't have to get open. Just your hands. They've got to cover everything all over the field. And we're so precise with Devontae Adams that Devontae Adams has been good for a long time. That's as productive as he can be without Puka, without Cooper Kupp. Like, they could just recreate it because at that position, they've got what you're going to see from Baker Mayfield now, where when you have one of these guys and you're watching him play professional college games that rub the elbow in the second half when you start throwing the interceptions, people start crafting your story. Like, we're making these kids professional before they're ready to be professional, okay? So 4 interceptions is going to hurt when everyone was just saying a minute ago, Carson Beck, you can take that championship thing anywhere you go. You could be social media famous. You could get all the things. We'll steal your car in Miami. But when you start throwing the 4 interceptions, the city will turn on you like you're a pro. Like, we know this team is good. This team is good. Jeff Brom dared you to beat him. Dared you to beat him. Like, wasn't going to let his quarterback beat him. Dared you to beat him. Said no running game. Nope. Go ahead, kid. And stand back there. Stand back there for a while. Not pressured until the end of the game. And you're going to throw 4 picks because you keep throwing it down the field because you don't know. What is it? You're going to have us now brain. Do you think that we think that C.J. Daniels and Tony aren't people who can get open on shallow routes? Like, he threw 4 interceptions, but I will say, Louisville made 3 great plays on 4 of those interceptions. Like, but I mean, does that not matter? There were no points off of that.
Yeah, but if you get, that's why they have turnover-worthy plays.
Miami was gifted a few things. 2 bogus roughing the passer calls. The game was gifted to them at the end. That fumble is like, you almost did all of Brom's coaching, undid it with 1 fumble in a disaster scenario that gave the game right back to Miami.
But they couldn't undo Mario's coaching.
That was a great tackle by that player, putting his helmet on the ball. Like that's just not totally random.
I was told Mike crashed out on Twitter during the game.
There were 6 tweets, and one of them, after another, was just more and more depressed. Miami is shell-shocked. Brom is in his bag. Stadium PA is on drugs, and not the good kind. This is bad. That's the first tweet of the 6, Dan.
Okay.
To where he ultimately blamed them for playing the conga.
Biggest town of your life.
I saw you criticize the crowd.
The crowd was late arriving. That was a bad crowd.
What?
I mean, the student section is a disaster. I mean, for all the people, for all the you didn't go to Miami crowd that's out there, the people that go to Miami support the program the least. It's revolting. And the PA has been an experience all season long.
What do you say?
The game operations tried to do something new. First off, figure out a uniform level of sound. No one heard the team come out. You do this whole in the air tonight thing. Volume was so muted.
That must be why they lost.
You didn't set it. It's getting to the point where I think Mario Cristobal should say something to game ops because they did. All right, the fake field goal that everyone knew was coming except for Miami. That was a perfect chance to take because if you're short, you still get the first down. PA is like, first down, Miami, after it was ruled it was short of a
Can't do that, Dan. You got to know. Can't do that.
No, and Miami players were celebrating as if they stopped him short of the goal line when they got the first down.
Wait a second, Mike, was this a new PA guy?
It's the same PA guy, although he's been sometimes he's been getting our players wrong. They tried something new when Carson Beck ran out. It's like, now leading the team, Carson Beck. And you're like, what is this? This sounds whack. There was one time where we almost got an interception, and the PA is like, that was a close one. It was just like cheesy and corny. And I know DJ Volume gets a lot of crap playing the conga before the biggest third down of the game.
No, you set up your life.
That's not DJ Volume making that call. It's game ops. Let me fire up this crowd with conga. We're not supposed to be this family-friendly atmosphere. You can toe a line between letting kids make sure they're safe here and playing some music that gets people pumped up. I mean, we're doing Sweet Caroline at these games. We're playing Black Eyed Peas. What the hell are we doing?
I do think it's fair to say that when you win 5 games in a row, nobody gives a shit about the PA.
Not true.
Or what's being said.
Not true. People are angry at the in-game presentation. They've been going at a DJ, perhaps some unfairly, to the point that the DJ's putting out notepads I'm sorry, it's my bosses. There's game ops. I'm not playing all these songs. It's been a thing.
And to be fair, nobody likes a PA who editorializes. No. Just tell us who caught, who didn't catch.
It's a gift.
Yeah.
There's a skill to this. There's an energy in a crowd. I miss Jay Rokeach.
Mike, if the PA keeps playing like that, you got to be worried. You got a home game against Stanford coming up. That's going to be a little bit nerve-wracking. They just pull off a big conference win. Then you travel to SMU.
I don't like what you're doing.
Then it's home against Syracuse.
What's with your little
NC
dickish
State?
voice? What's with your little dickish voice talking to me?
That's a dickish voice.
Is his voice little?
You're going to go to Blacksburg and win a game? Nobody goes into Blacksburg and wins a game. Not at Virginia Tech. I don't care where they're at.
Are we having a real conversation?
At the end of the year, you got to be nervous. You're not going to make it
play
at large.
Try a grown-up voice.
Dickish.
I need your support.